A storm brews in La Malbea. G7 summit amidst US-Canada trade tensions and Trump's unconventional diplomacy. The picturesque riverside resort of La Malbea, Quebec, sets an unlikely stage for a brewing diplomatic storm. As the U.S. Secretary of State descends upon the G7 summit, the air crackles with tension, a potent mix of trade war anxieties and the lingering specter of President Trump's audacious, and frankly bizarre, pronouncements about annexing Canada. This two-day gathering of foreign ministers from allied G7 nations, the first since Trump's America First agenda reshaped the global landscape, arrives fraught with complexities. The usual diplomatic niceties are overshadowed by the very real threat of a full-blown trade war and the unsettling uncertainty surrounding the U.S.'s approach to its closest allies. Senator Marco Rubio, preemptively addressing the elephant in the room, President Trump's repeated, unsubstantiated claims of turning Canada into the 51st U.S. state, has attempted to downplay the looming controversy. When pressed by reporters regarding Trump's provocative rhetoric, Rubio emphasized the summit's official agenda, focusing on pressing issues such as defense cooperation, the ongoing crisis in Ukraine, and other key global challenges. He stated unequivocally, "We're going to be focused in G7 on all of those things. That's what the meeting is about. It is not a meeting about how we're going to take over Canada." This carefully worded response, however, does little to quell the underlying unease. Trump's unpredictable behavior and his administration's protectionist trade policies have cast a long shadow over the summit, leaving many wondering whether the carefully crafted agenda will be overshadowed by the unpredictable whims of the U.S. president. The official agenda, which includes discussions on Ukraine, Sudan, the Middle East, and the increasingly tense Indo-Pacific region, where China's growing influence is a major concern, risks being eclipsed by the simmering tension between the U.S. and Canada. The G7, a cornerstone of global cooperation amongst powerful democracies, finds itself navigating treacherous waters. The forum, traditionally a space for coordinated responses to international challenges, now faces the added burden of mediating the escalating conflict between two of its most important members. Adding fuel to the fire is the outgoing Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, whom Trump has repeatedly belittled, referring to him derisively as a governor. Trudeau, far from backing down, has responded with characteristic resolve, openly criticizing the U.S. tariffs as dumb and adopting a robust Team Canada strategy to counter the perceived Southern threat. His defiant stance reflects a growing sentiment among Canadians, who are witnessing a deterioration in relations with their closest trading partner. The economic implications are significant. The U.S.-Canada trade relationship is deeply intertwined, with billions of dollars exchanged daily. Trump's protectionist measures have triggered retaliatory tariffs from Canada, further exacerbating the economic tensions and potentially leading to a broader global trade war. The ripple effects could be devastating for businesses on both sides of the border and beyond. Beyond the immediate economic consequences, the escalating rhetoric poses a profound challenge to the transatlantic alliance. The traditionally strong bonds between the U.S. and its closest allies are being tested, raising questions about the future of international cooperation and the stability of the global order. The La Malbea Summit, therefore, is more than just a routine diplomatic gathering. It's a critical juncture, a test of the resilience of the G7 and the future of the U.S.'s relationship with its allies. The world watches with bated breath as the diplomatic dance unfolds, unsure of whether the discussions will focus on the pressing global issues at hand or be hijacked by the unpredictable shadow of Trump's controversial pronouncements. The stakes are high, the atmosphere is charged, and the outcome remains uncertain. This G7 summit is a stark reminder of the fragility of international relations in the age of Trumpian unpredictability. The world waits to see how this diplomatic tightrope walk concludes.